Alright. You're listening to Radio Blender. Forgot to put my sound up, but here we go. I welcome all of you. I see Hit the Road Jack, I see Iris Jack, glad to see the twin brothers are online. I see another Jack, I see Tardis, I see 3D Bubble, Kaisen, Erwin Sunny Ray, Frank Drabin, Raf van Ravels, Preocode. Welcome all to the stream. Hope you guys are doing fine. Hope the weather is nice. I see JB is online. I definitely am. I have a little bit of a headache today, so I got stuff to say about my entry. Just had a nice shower. I got my coffee, and I took my medicine. It's been raining all day. That doesn't sound good. Okay, so we are going to wait 7 more minutes. Give a little bit of a chance for 3D Bubble to finish his render. Iris Jack, no, I mean, Kaisen, you can also just make a viewport screenshot or guess and just drop it in there if you like. I mean, just to show us what you've been doing, or maybe a devlog screenshot. I am interested in what you've been doing. Where is Teespring? Says, well, I just wanted to, no, not that. This one. I need to get rid of the promo code because it's not available anymore. I did give you guys 2 weeks of time to use the promo code. So yeah, you can buy JB Blender merch. I got 2 shirts, one with the classic logo and one with camouflage logo, and on the other link you can order a mask if you want to. Of course, you don't have to do this. Partly of the money I will try and see what I can do if it's about competition prizes. Alright, check my Halloween start I just sent to you. Do I really want to open that? Is it gonna be your butt cheeks or something? You like the JB mug? Well, maybe you should wait for another promo code. I might do one in the month of November. Or maybe end this month. So with a promo code you get some percentage off. Let me check Frank's house. Alright, it's already a good start for a Halloween. I do have something to say about that with one of the entries. I believe it's one of prior codes. It has a little bit something to do with my own entry actually. But I'll tell you all about the ideas I have when the time is ripe. So yeah, just wait for the promo code. I mean, yeah, I'm planning on to do more promo codes so you can get some percentage off. Maybe I'll do that just on special weeks like Halloween week promo code, Christmas promo codes, etc. What actually this is not for suited work. I don't know what NFSW means anymore. But I know it could contain nudity or really disturbing images or whatever. Tadis Blue says, hey, I'm new here, can you introduce yourself, JB? Well, I am JB, I am one of the team members or crew members of Grand Abbott. I am hosting weekly and daily 30-minute competitions which are here at the site. I also have a few certain tutorials. I still want to make a few more tutorials. I'm doing Blender for about 10 years now, 10 plus years. And I just like to do what I like to do. Of course, I got a lot of stuff to learn myself. And yeah. I'm not a very strict guy. I'm very giving. So if people are late for the competition, they can still just join up as long as the stream is still up. I'm just going to lower the music a little bit because I got the idea I'm shouting. Alright. I like coffee, like cigarettes, sure. I'm in love with a pizza boy, which is my girlfriend, of course. People like to joke around in the chat, and that's okay. Sure, why not? Learning Blender is a never-ending story. Yeah, last week I had to learn something about icosphere and yeah, stuff. Thank you for the effort. Yeah, I'm doing this with a lot of pleasure, so I really look forward to do the competitions. I like what people are making. I really appreciate people are joining up. I like having the community being alive. And yeah, I like you guys' critic on artworks. I like you guys' votes on artworks. Yeah, just because I'm doing this, it doesn't mean I'm like the professional. We are all doing this together. We all know something. We all have learned something. And the best of all is people are from around the world. I think that is the whole best thing about this. Well, there are certain people outside demonstrating on the streets, fighting. We are just sitting indoors having fun, enjoying what can be enjoyed. Something like that. And I just jack shit in the basement. He's my my left hand. My right hand is used for other things, so I wouldn't call him my right hand. I'm right-handed, yes. But nice to see you in the stream, Tardis. I'll guess maybe you are one of the persons into this competition. Certain people like to use different names into the Discord and on YouTube. So I'll guess you might be or this guy, or this guy, or girl, could be too, or this one. Because certain other people, or this one. I see a lot of new names, by the way, that's very nice. Blender is the cure to violence. Yeah, you could say it like that. I mean, there is not a lot of negative things going on into the community of Blender. Maybe sometimes it's a little bit of a playground that needs to be controlled just a little bit, you know, to not go nuts. Ah, I see Lamia. I am... oh boy. Pishu... You really have to excuse me with pronouncing certain names, because I'm not used to that. Let me just call you Pishu. If you don't mind, of course. Yes. I'm just gonna take a sip of my coffee. I'm dragging it a little bit because, you know, there is a person that needs to finish his render. I don't wanna end it too quick. Alright. Issue. Okay. Thank you. Eduardo Foster is me actually. It's my favorite character from Foster's imaginary French cartoon. Ah. Let me just I also like to search up things. Ah, I see, okay. I never seen that. Okay. So in this case, it has been long enough. It means mouse in Japanese. Okay. Chu comes from Pikachu. Okay. Now we're not gonna wait for 25 more minutes, Erwin. We can start off slowly. Let me just turn the music completely off. There we go. And yeah, let's take a look. So the first one is Iris Jack, Autumn, Red Leaves, and Alcohol Filled My Coffee from my future cafe bookshop. Kaisen taught me? Teach me. I think it's teach me how to use multiply textures and your English on one of the item using mix shader or whatever. Here is a video too. Alright, so let's take a look at Irish coffee. It is a shame you didn't just call it Irish coffee. I have to be honest, whenever we go to certain restaurants and it is time for a coffee at the very end, I always take Irish coffee. I really like Irish coffee. This is definitely an Irish coffee with a little touch of Starbucks, I would say, and it is definitely autumn. I'm going to open this up because I really would like to have a closer look at the material being used on here. It's a very nice material. Also like this stripe down here, as in, you know, a little bit of what I call molding pieces. Looks very nice. The material reflection and light looks nice onto it. I like the falling leaves. I like the leaves down below. I would only say that I would love to see this scene, but then just a touch different, more of a commercial way. I really like this idea though. I think the background fits in very well. Lovely autumn render. People seem to like your work a lot. I think the leaves looks very good. Sometimes it's very tricky to do leaving, being that it contains alpha channels. And yeah, sometimes if you don't do it the right way, you can really see like a black outline around it or analyzing around it. I think it looks nice. I wonder how this Irish coffee tastes. I also like the fact that there is a little bit off from this print stuff at the side here. Makes it look like you know, imperfection, which looks like it really a real life thing. So points for that though. Now I would only say that this stripe down here might need to be a little bit inclined along with the shape of the cup though. Well, that's a personal thing. I'll keep that personal. Yeah, I like it. Very nice. And yeah, let's check out the animation. Very good idea. Well, let's just keep it. Oh, I screwed it up already. It's okay. It's all going to be fine. Let me just get it in here then. Ah, the other way around. I see. That's why you've done it this way. Okay, that makes sense. I like that the beside the leaves just going up, that they're also spinning around. That's a very nice touch there. With a little of extra dimension to it. Dimension. Like that. Boat. Very good. Yeah, nice animation. Then we have one of Dusty, a mysterious scene in autumn season made with the help of Texture Haven, the Model Haven and CCO textures, and Nisheta Sky for lighting the scene. I really like this Nisheta Sky, by the way, which is a new type of setting for Blender 2.91. I guess you just add a sky texture to your world settings, and it's a standard already on Nisheta. I have a certain settings for this too. I would like to make a video about it. To give you my settings, I really have a nice setting which makes it nice and bluish. Now I do have to say this kind of it almost fades away to maybe an Australian forest fire or something, or maybe it could be nice for a Blade Runner scene. Autumn I find a little bit, just a little bit too off for it. I mean, what I like about is the color balance is very nice, but I would, you know, want to see a little bit more orange in here instead of this yellowish. That would make it more autumn, I'll guess. But the scene in overall looks just very, very nice. It just very high detail. This camera looks very nice. Yeah, this little foliage looks nice. Only that this piece down here needs to have a little bit more physics. It's kind of floating because you can see the shadow is going off in this direction instead of that the shadow is going with it. So only this is just a little touch that needs to be different, and maybe just a little bit more orange in here, I would say, for an autumn scene. But What do you guys think in the chat? I see Pauline. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing fine. Hope the weather is nice. So what do you guys think? Should this have a little bit more orange in here? Yeah, I mean the scene itself is very amazing. Yeah, maybe some leaves. I mean, yeah, I would almost say it's a little bit of a shame for that, but it's not really like autumn. But it would fit in for something else, like very good. And the scene overall is just amazing. I really like this one though. The rock. Should the rock be a giant pumpkin? I mean, having a pumpkin doesn't mean it's Halloween. Having a pumpkin could be autumn, if it's not carved out like a face into it. So pumpkin could do instead of this rock maybe. Having this mist yellow being orange. Maybe this little plant here, a certain brownie orange. But it does look amazing though, that is one thing for sure. Maybe an Irish coffee. Yeah. But if I think about Irish, I think about green. And this needs to be orange. But yeah, in overall this scene, this looks amazing. I really love this one. Then we have one of Berglemer. Autumn is here, winter is coming, spring is a long way, dreaming of summer. That's a very nice piece of text you got there. Just going to scale this out in a web browser because this could make things look ugly. Alright. Let me just have a look at it. So I'll guess this is then with autumn, right? This winter, spring, and this should be summer. I do like the little bit of orange reddish flowers in here. The ground looks very nice. I like how there is snow in here. The leaves looks yellow, which is good. Maybe a little bit more orange could do. I don't know why, but orange fits in so much well into an autumn scene. I was outside before and I did look around and I saw a tree which contained a lot of yellow, and I see another tree or bush which contained a lot of orange, and I like it mixed up even more if it's just yellow and orange. But anything else, I think this is a very nice one. Is mushroom autumn or is mushroom spring? I'm asking myself a good question here. But it's very creative. This kind of reminds me of my little tree, which is low poly. Very good. People seem to like this one very much, so that's a good thing. Very nice. And then we have one of Block Creations. Autumn, rain, wind, slippery leaves, and all the things that will make you stay at home. If we haven't done enough already this year, autumn always bring back memories. In my childhood, we made toys out of chestnuts and matches. Of course, entirely based on Paulus the Forest Genome, or originally Paulus the Boskabouter. This actually means what is this in English again? Oh, I almost wanted to say a leprechaun, but it's absolutely wrong. It is Dutch though, so I'm just gonna translate that for you guys. Maybe you guys know David. David, whatever you say. A genome. Ah, I see. So it basically means forest genome. As simply as the scene looks, it was quite a challenge. It took me a day to model the chestnuts only, and when I found about the poke tool, I could move on. Texturing kept being difficult and it took half a day, but then again, I'm only a beginner. This was fun to do. Well, if it's fun, that's good. Having fun is the most important thing. Silent G. Gnome. Okay, I see. Why do people add words you don't pronounce? Silly. Yeah, well, I think these chestnuts, they look very good. I really like this one. Nice model. For the leaves looks good. These chestnuts looks good. I only wondered a little bit about the reflection though. But maybe it could also be the light being onto it makes it look a little bit different. Yeah, and the only real thing that is out of place, I would say, is the ground. What you could have done is just zoom out a lot so that these little bits, which looks like little squares, would be very tiny. Just make it very, very, very tiny, and it doesn't look as out of place from the rest. But these chestnuts are very nice. I really like that. And matches aren't matches square. But I like this idea though. I don't want to be too hard on this. There's a lot I like. There are some things that just need to be a little bit different. So square matches and zoom the ground out. Let's make it very tiny. But I like this. This is very autumn feeling. We did do this on school too. I really like that. Yeah, smooth shading. If you really want to add bumps, it needs to be very small. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Like the ground is made out of tiny little bits and particles, so that would be okay. Overall, I like it. I like it a lot. A lot of orange and yellow in there, which is very good. And then we have one of Mr. Froster, Sleepy Hedgehog. And the autumn, well, it's not what I want, but it's all I can do for now. Sweet dreams. Alright. Let's scale this up. I like animations. Not too bad, not too bad. I mean, I didn't expect it to zoom out, so I think that's a very nice surprise. It zoomed out. I like this hedgehog, and overall it's a very nice model. I do have to think of a grenade down here, but leave that offside. Now the only thing that I'm going to say already is that the leaves are floating, because the shadow is way off from the leaf itself, so which basically means they are floating up off the ground. So that needs to be a little bit lower. This down here with a tree, I don't know why that is happening or what it actually caused to happen. I don't know if you got like two models into each other. Could that be, or why would that happen? Alright, Erwin. That's a shame. Hope it will get better soon. Alright, let me check out the chat, what people have to say. Yeah, it's a very nice animation. Like I said, I didn't expect it to zoom out that far, which I think is a very nice touch. I really like how that goes. The scene overall looks very nice. It's just a shame that the tree is doing weird stuff. But I'm not gonna judge your artwork on that. It can just happen. I am gonna judge your art based on, you know, the leaves are just floating. I've seen that a lot more with artworks, that things are floating, and it's very important to just try to, before you press render, check out everything, make sure that things are onto the ground. You know, based on how the scene looks, I'm going to take that these leaves should not float. Let me see. Question: I get it glitching sometimes with Eevee animation. What is up with that? I have no idea, to be honest. Sometimes it double faces vertices. Yeah, I can imagine something with that. Not applied skin modifier. Not very known with that. Did you? Wait, I did see. I believe that the cloud was actually growing. Like, I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's like moving. Did you make the tree also move for some reason? Because then it could be possible that the skin modifier is doing that if you have used that. Alright, Frank. Good luck and thanks for saying hi. I don't know if this person is still in here. No? Okay, well. If you've used the skin modifier and you made the tree have an animation, which I cannot really tell if it's happening, then it might be the skin modifier. Yeah, something going wrong, or it might be double faces or stuff like that. Overall, I like this one. Very good idea. Then we have one of Kaisen. I think that's the best I can do for now. Oh, you have made another entry, okay. But that entry will never finish render. Let's take a look at this. I like that the leaves are pretty much orangey, a little bit red, a little bit yellow, which is a very good mixture of autumn. I like that a lot. I like it. It's have a misty feeling. But there is something I do have to say about this. It's at first it's good that you have been rotating the trees, very important. Sometimes people forget about that. I like the little grass coming out here and there. I like that a lot. The only thing that I like lesser is how closely those street poles are onto each other. I would say that those two here in the middle should be gone. So one here, one there, and then the same distance, maybe one here, if that will be visible, of course. Maybe just a little bit, but these two are just too much. Like, it lights up a lot. You can also see that in the overall of the scene, of course. But I do like this picture in overall. I think it's a very nice one, showing that it's autumn. The leaves looking good. The tree textures look very nice. I like the stone texture looks very nice. The padding looks nice. I see a lot of humps and bumps here and there, which would make it look very nice. You got some water in here also, which is very nice. There's a lot going on. This is crap. I hate it. Says Iris Jack. I think it's very nice. Just these two poles, that's the only thing. A little bit more distance between them would be nice. Anything else? Yeah, maybe you could use the scene for Halloween, like make some kind of a monster coming out of the mist or something. Could be, right? I wanted to make rain, but it was too much for my PC. Yeah, the skin modifier can cause it. Maybe you can apply the skin modifier when you're done. But one thing I will always say, like, always make some extra save. Because maybe you need to do something after you apply the skin modifier. You know, maybe make the tree a little bit thinner or something. And then it's already too late. So always make extra save before you apply stuff. But I like it. The light is also very good. Very nice scene in overall. Definitely autumn. Then we have one of Pishu and entry for autumn challenge with nice cup of hot choco. I am going to scale this one up. And this is really the stuff what I like a lot. This very simplistic, kinda of low poly style artworks. And these corn dogs look amazing. No, but for real, this is really nice. I really like it. The background and the foreground-ish fits in very well with the scene overall. I like the little clouds around it. The bench looks good. There's a little cup and a book. The leaf seems to be, you know, like cleaned up, like there's a gardener have been working here. I like the little cute tree, the grass, popsicle. Yeah, this one looks like corn dog, and this looks like one of these orange ice cream thingies. But no, it is very nice. I really like it. Very cute. Definitely autumn. And then we have one of Pyro Code, and this is the one that actually brought me on a different idea, and it's about reusing scenes, and which I kind of did with my own one. But you can easily change this into an Halloween scene, so keep that in mind. I think it's okay if you reuse scenes, fill it in for holidays or different seasons or stuff like that. The person that lives here seems to be terrified for something because it looks like there are spikes in here for some reason. Or it might be the fence. It's almost like, yeah, something is going on. And the moon looks a little bit too yellowish, I would say. And a little bit like, I don't know, too dark on the side. The moon is very whitish or bluish or very bright. It's very difficult to see like black dark spots on the moon. You see like spots, but not like all the way to black. But the foreground, I think it looks very nice. I really love these chairs. I love how there is like just about harvested stuff before it's start to get winter. The pumpkins are very nice. I like the hay. Yeah, hay, right? There's only something up with the floor down here. This one seems to be very dark and this one very light. And the pole seems to be a little bit stretched out, which is kind of a shame because you seem to do very well with the texture on this model though. You have a nice ground texture. The material on this stuff down here looks very nice. The wooden floor kind of looks nice. It's only strange how that is different. Like this dark and this light. Got a stick, so I'm taking there are old people living here. I don't know, the scene overall looks very nice, but it can use a little bit of a touch here and there to make things look a little bit better though. If it's about it, just the wood and the moon. Just looking at the chat, still about the yummy trees. But yeah, this is a scene which you can easily change into a Halloween scene. Maybe winter scene with Christmas tree and that kind of stuff. Then we have one of Ninja Raccoon. These are some random leaves I found in my garden, which I transformed into Blender assets. You know, since the last time or the time before that I couldn't read the chat anymore, I'm afraid each time the chat isn't rolling anymore and I'll have to reopen it. Thanks, YouTube. Alright. Yeah. I like how you have been just making pictures from leaves from your garden, right? Yeah, and turn it into textures for your Blender assets. I think I've worked out pretty well. The outlines looks very good. The material itself onto it looks good. Yeah, you could make some text here, happy autumn, or you know, stuff like that. Change it into a postal card to send to your family or whatever. And I would only say, like, there's a little bit of white down here, probably from the background. Just make the background orange or something, so you won't see that anymore. But I like it in overall. It's a good material. Good, very artistic, sure. Very nice. Definitely autumn though. Then we have one of Raf on Raffle. This render is inspired by the work Three Worlds and the Dutch artist MC Escher. His was a work of art, mine is far less. I am afraid the fish are hell to make. Alright, let's take a closer look to it. I like the render shape in overall. I like how it's like fading away that way, and how you can see some trees onto it, which just fill in the blank, I would say. So that's very nice. Have you used Fresnel effect for this? It almost looks like you did. Because you know the reflection is very much here and very less here, showing the trees. Very nice. The leaves are looking good. Have you used a particle system for this? I mean, there are a lot of leaves facing the same way, like this one here, that one, that one, that one, this one. These are all the same. You place this manual or with a particle system? Just reflection of HDRI, spotlight, yes, particle system. Maybe you should give it a little touch more of a rotate then. You know how to rotate? Maybe that's a silly question. I mean, some of them are rotated. And then you have like seeds, which seeds should take care it's even more randomized as in rotation. Kaizen says the fish look too big or the leaves look too small. Well, I like the fish in overall though. I like green eyes. I think the overall shape of the fish doesn't look too bad. I think only, yeah, maybe the fish needs a little smaller scale and the leaves a little bigger scale, could be. Yeah, I won't only say like the eye needs a little bit darker, like just a tiny touch less green on it. Maybe, yeah, well, oh man, particle system. Ay. I love showing stuff. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I'm just gonna show just a little bit for the people who've never worked with it. So a particle system is like a piece of floor, and you got your stuff with it. In this case, if you use a particle system with like objects, you can press M, put it in a new collection. This is collection number 2. And when you have your floor, always make sure you Shift D, duplicate your floor. There are reasons for that. In this case, I'm not going to. Like sometimes you need to put the floor up or down depending on your object. Then over here at particle properties, you can add one in, and then you need to go to render and change the halo. Well, first of all, put it on hair, and change the path for collection. Then you can add in collection number 2 where the cube is in. Sometimes depending on the object, you might need to rotate it or not rotate it. For the more advanced users, they probably know how to use rotation onto it. Let me see. Then you got like advanced, and then you click on rotation, and in this case I'm just going to put it on normal. Probably some people will say that I'm doing things wrong or not wrong. You can like very much rotate it, and then you can randomize it again. What was it again when you want to? Oh, there you go. So this rotates it all the way, and this just rotates it along the z-axis. And then you have like seeds, which tries to randomize it even more. And then at your render, where you add in the collection, where is it at? You have scale, and this is the scale for big and small. And then you have like set random scale, so you can see certain will be bigger, others will be smaller. And one thing I always recommend to do is just turn off this, so you won't see the plane of your particle system into your render. You wanna know what I mean? You also have a viewport. If I turn this off, you can see the plane is away. Stuff like that. So yeah, scale randomness will do a lot. There's a lot more fun stuff you can do, but I'm not going to show it to you right now. And of course, there are certain things I still need to figure out. But yeah, that is one thing you can do to make it even more randomized, or do a little bit of sizing, or but to come back to this, I really like it. It really shows like there has been a lot of wind. All the leaves are falling off the trees that are actually over here, which is very good. Yeah, the fish may be a little smaller, the leaves may be a little bigger, and the green eyes a little bit lesser colorful. Unless these fish really have these colorful eyes. I do like the scene in overall. It's very nice. Alright, I'm back, says Erwin Sunny Ray. Internet turns to be good again. Poor Erwin. Yeah, it's very nice overall, and definitely autumn, and I like the orange and yellow and a little bit reddish in here, which is a very good autumn touch, and a lot of people seem to like it a lot. Then we have one of Harrydell. I like giving a title to the thing that I create. This one is called The King He Used to Be. I believe this image needs a short explanation. That is always good. Autumn represents the season of orange dead leaves. Of course, you can see this word of a maple leaf standing out behind the deer. Question mark. But it's also the hunting season. That's why the deer has a hole in his chest. He's actually dead because of the hunters. And this is his soul just roaming around, unless it's like a cardboard deer. Wow, it's a very a touchy story there. I really like the rays coming out of the trees, really showing the deer, with one side being very dark, which is very nice. The the scene overall, this looks very, very nice. I really like the combination of colors being used. I like how there are leaves in the water. I would only say there need to be a few couple of leaves laying onto the rocks though. Just a few couple like you did onto the water. Yeah, the gut rays are really good. The materials looks very interesting. At some point it really makes it look like it's been drawn, while on the other hand it looks really like it's made in Blender, which I'm kind of referring to the rocks out here. The trees looks, I don't know, kind of it has been drawn. I like the little orbs around here. I don't know how to call them, but I'll just call them orbs. That there looks definitely very nice. Very powerful picture, very makes clear it's autumn hunting season. Right, I'm just gonna sip my coffee here. Yeah, an illustration. That's a better word for it. I also kind of like how there is a little bit of a combination between like a low poly on the rocks, but also not low poly. There's like a material on here. Give it a little bit of an extra touch. That is, by the way, a very difficult thing to do if you add like material onto low poly to make it look balanced, like not too much and not too less. I think it kind of worked out. So yeah, the only thing is some leaves onto the rocks here. Just give it a small extra touch, like it looks very clean, and then there is like leaves in the water. But that is all, I would say. Ah, yeah, I just finished my coffee now. Yeah, it's definitely a very good one. If we're gonna go to my render, no comment, I will do in the stream. So some of you might recognize this one as I've done this at the low poly competition, and then I just came to an idea. I want to reuse the scene. Excuse me. But I wanted to change a lot to it. I want to make like this scene is alive, and each time when we come back to the same scene, stuff has changed, stuff has different colors onto it. Range is something, not like Firewatch. So yeah, the only thing that I did change in here was like the colors of the trees, which automatically will do for the grass too. I made the stones a little bit darker because they were like a little bit too bright for the scene. And I actually gave the Jeep like a roof onto it. I made the seats in there, but you know, you cannot see it. And the point is, I wanted to do a lot more. I want to make it look like that the scene is changing over time with each competition where I decide that I could add this. But yeah, like I said, I got a bit of a headache, so I couldn't be bothered to you know, do more with this actually, which is a bit of a shame. We will see in the future what I will do. Maybe I'll just make a totally different scene, just for like special things like holiday events or season events, or just basically for that. But it's very orangey, right? Very autumn. And then we have one of 3D Bubble. I'm glad you made it in time. Here is my failed attempt on particles. I wanted to make a pile of leaves on the ground, but I couldn't. I promised to work really hard on the next entry. Yeah, we will see. Alright. Very reddish trees. Which is not a bad thing. That's very autumn. There are certain trees which the leaves go very much red. Now, of course, we had before scenes with a lot of yellow in it, but I felt like it needed to be orange, and red is especially very good. And no, the leaves doesn't really fail to me actually. I don't know what is the problem here. It is kind of nice. I like the mist in the background. I think it worked out very well. So what is the problem here, Mr. Kaisen? Or I mean 3D Bubble, excuse me. The leaves stuck to the ground completely flat. Yeah, but that's the oh man. Like playing around with a particle system is a little bit of a trick, because if you want to have leaves with more more of a shape in it, you need to have multiply models. But I would say that it is messing around, but you need to have models which have like curves into it in order to make it look not flat. But in overall, I think it worked out nice. Now, I also tried to do something with this, and I kind of failed. For the reason being, I wanted to have these leaves all different colors. But as I'm new to certain kind of stuff, it didn't work out. I'll take that you've used sapling tree for this. Sapling, yeah. Stuff. Yeah. So yeah. So I I tried to do that too, and I made a very big mistake. So I thought, you know, let's select the whole bunch of leaves here, and just go into edit mode, and let's select random. I don't know where it's at. Here it is. And I thought, let's press on P, make it into a separate model. So I had like 4 types of leaves in here, and then on the end of the whole progress, I actually noticed that it didn't select the whole leaf. It just selected one part of the face here instead of just the whole leaf. So in the end, the leaves looks very weird. This is something I really noticed at the end though. But I tried to do kind of the same. Then I just had flat leaves onto the ground like that. With this, it's such a shame. Blender Autumn 2020. Yep. For different color of leaf, I think the same as the donut tutorial for the sprinkles. Yeah, but didn't the donut sprinkle used a particle system instead of, like, when you do the tree sapling, it's not a particle system, so it's a lot more. No, also not Control L. I mean, now we are at it, by the way. And for the joke people, don't tell me I should have known this. All right. There are a lot of things Grant don't even know about. So for the people who doesn't know, where is it at? I believe it should be at curve, sapling tree. This is an add-on, so for the people who doesn't know this, we have a bit of time. Go to edit, go to preferences, and it will open this screen. Then you type in tree. Then you select this little thingy here. And then you have here, all kinds of options which control different parts of the trees. You have to mess around with it yourself, but there you got leaves. In order to show these leaves, you just click on show leaves. So I don't know why that happens. Yeah, well, anyhow, the leaves are still here. This is how you have the leaves, and at the leaves tab you can add more leaves or lesser leaves, or you can just leave it as it is. There are different leaves. You can add more shape into it, lesser shape. It has tons and tons of options. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, I'm just going to delete this guy. How would you add different coloring to this? But this is different than on the donut tutorial. Or do you mean, yeah, it is, right? Or no? I think I kind of know what you mean here. Donut tutorial, he made one sprinkle and then added a certain color system in order to... I need to figure that out. Well, you are allowed to use add-ons. The point is, you can make a tree look very good just by add-on, but the point is, if you don't present your artwork very good, it still doesn't look nice. If you don't know how to use particle system for leaves, render as collection, I will figure it out at some point. I'm not gonna do that right now because, you know, my headache. But yeah, that's something to figure out. I mean, yeah, you can just dump down a tree and give it the color, but your scene needs to be looking good, you know, overall. It needs to have a story, it needs to look interesting, and these things you cannot get by an add-on. So, that is what I always say. Well, I do today, by the way. But yeah, a lot of amazing entries, a lot of lovely entries. Certain entries need a little bit of a change here and there. Other ones are very creative, others are very simple. Each one is very unique of its own. I really like that. Iris Jack. Can I have the voting system, please? There you go. I want to click on here. Ah, for crack's sake. If this video gets a strike, you're gonna send me cash, okay? No, the wheel is only something I can use with 30 minutes, unless I have a really good reason to choose a person. It's a cartoon, but it's fine. Well, I hope you to think about that the same. Alright. So certain people know how we're gonna do this. I'm going to drop down the vote link. Meanwhile, I'm going to put up some music, and I'm going to put this screen down here, put it on a 10-minute timer, and I'm going to use my own winners based on certain categories: objective, model, color, texturing, simplism, minimalism, etc. Let me just put on this, I guess. Okay, so you guys start voting. Alright. Calm down. Right. It wasn't easy. But I had to choose certain people for certain things. If you, there we go. If you didn't get my vote, it doesn't mean you have done a bad thing. It just basically means it's just not it, or it just needs a little bit of work in order to reach the goal for it. Stuff like that. Alright, so I got a few couple of objective winners. I mean, kind of in the end everyone did it, but I just don't want to, like, you people are getting better and better in just doing the objective. But I still have chosen certain people for the objective, just, you know, because to make a difference between people who have catched it and people who just not catched it. I don't know if it makes any sense, but whatever. Alright. Okay, let me just see. I need to vote too, and I actually going to vote on a person who didn't got my vote, but I still think I like it, so it still deserves a, you know, kind of a shout out. Meanwhile, you can take a look at these scene down here, so you don't know who I'm actually going to choose. 11 votes in 8 minutes. Alright. Did everyone voted? By the way, I see 13 people in the chat. I'm viewing this right now. Hungry, yeah, I shouldn't have put that one up. A lot of hungry. I should put up this one. You know why? The winner of the community vote will get this one with a piece of text onto it from Iris Jack, and you will receive your render picture with also this trophy on it. Alright, everyone voted? So what do you want me to do? First the community winner, or first the category winners? Alright. My category. Okay, first the category. Alright. So for the category objective, I got 4 people. In this case, the first one on the list is Harrydale. With this one, obvious, it's a very nice one. It looks very special. It looks very separately from any other, you know, modeled Blender artwork in the competition. Definitely a winner for the category objective autumn. The second one is Irish Jack, because who doesn't like a warm or hot Irish coffee in the middle of autumn? I really like this one, especially the material on this one, and of course after that we have this animation with the leaves going up instead of down, and the leaves themselves are rotating. The leaves looking good. There's a lot of color in there, as it's from red, orange, and yellow. So congratulations, Irish Jack, with that one. And the third person onto this list of autumn objectives is... by the way, you can only win 1 objective, so if you're not in there, then that means... or you've... yeah. Is Block Creations, because I just really like this scene. It really reminds me of School 2, where you you know, get these the nuts are falling from the tree, and you were using like lucifer sticks to make creations like this. And I think these two looks just very, very good. I really like the models of these ones. Of course, the ground can use a little bit of work. Of course, the Lucifer sticks need to be square instead of round. But I really get an autumn feeling with this one. Of course, if you live in other parts of the world, this might not be a thing at all. So congratulations on that. The last one of the objective winner is oh, what an excitement is gonna be Kaizen, because I really like the scene of this in overall. I think it looks very good. It really gives me a autumn morning where it's misty, the lights are just about on. Of course, I did said about these lamps need to have a little bit more distance in there, and I'm thinking of it, maybe one tree needs to be a little bit to the right, or maybe need to be a little bit fallen over, just a tiny bit, or maybe a bit bigger. But that's something for Kaizen to learn to add a little more randomizing to it and a little more distance to the light pole. But I really like this in overall. Really gives an autumn feeling. So congratulations with that. The next one I'm going to skip. Then we're gonna go to realism. There is actually only one who has done a very nice realism job in here, even though it could use a little bit more orange. And that is Dusty. This scene overall looks very, very nice. It looks very realistic. Maybe beside this part down here floating for a bit. It looks very good, looks very nice. I really like this one. Yeah, like I said, I really would like to see it with an orange scale in here. But with the realism, congratulations. Alright. Then the last one of my list, but not the last one, the second last one is creativity. Which is actually the one that is below Berg Lemire. I really like this idea of having a planet which has 4 different seasons going on, and the one of autumn is right up on top. I think it's a creative way of showing that it's autumn. It's like a clock that slowly moves with the clock. To show the seasons, or in this case clockwise, depending on where the camera is at. But I think this is a very nice one. I really love the grass and the little things going on here. I think it's a very, very nice idea though. Alright, and the last one on my list, and there is a reason why I skip it at first, because I also believe this person is also the community winner. I'm just gonna do it like this. The community winner and the winner of simplistic / minimalism is Pishu. Well, a lot of people seem to agree with this, and this scene overall looks very nice. It really a nice orange scene here, slowly to the yellowish. Really gives a nice autumn feeling. Very simple, very nice. And this corn dog down here, this looks very tasty. You definitely deserve a community vote, and you definitely deserve the vote of simplistic / minimalism. So congratulations with that. All right. So the next competition is going to be, some of you already know it, some of you might not know it. It's gonna be Halloween. Even though Halloween doesn't come in the next upcoming week or the next Wednesday, it would be too late if I'm doing it a week after that. The next week, Wednesday, it's the 28th of October, and 3 days later, it's Halloween. So, do I sound hungry? Yeah, maybe saying corn dog and stuff. Maybe I am. I'm always hungry. Yeah. So, for example, prior code, maybe you can improve this scene. You know, improve the moon down here. Improve this wood down here, or maybe this wood, and change this into an Halloween scene. I would not mind. Because if you can improve the things from this scene, that would be very nice. But you can also make something different, of course. And of course, Kaizen can do the same thing. Remove these 2 poles, give these trees a little bit more randomizing, you know, larger, smaller, incline, not incline. I make like a ghost figure or whatever coming out of the mist. Some pumpkins around here and there. Maybe in gravestone or fencing. It is up to you people what to do with this, alright? Frank is coming. Oh, we need to quick cut this off then. Poor Frank. He always wants to be with the streams, but you know, his little kid needs to get brought or pick up or whatever. Prior code's entry will be more suitable for Christmas. Well, you can do that too. I mean, I wouldn't mind if people reuse scenes, but just try to optimize it based on maybe critic feedback or change things or add things. You know, that's something that I wanted to do in my scene too. If I didn't have a headache, I would have spent a lot of time on this one. But I'm thinking to make something different, something that could be used more into seasoning or holidays, something that I want to come back with. It needs to be something very good. Kaizen says I'm going to make something more simpler this time. Just a flat texture of a pumpkin face. Isn't that a repost? You mean if you reuse a scene? Well, it depends. Like, for example, Haradale. I mean, this scene looks way too good already in overall. You couldn't really change anything to this any other than adding some leaves. So, I wouldn't even recommend to reuse this scene. It's just for the people who, you know, didn't catch the category or didn't got a community vote. Like, certain things could be improved. And I think it's very nice if you can see something back, but a lot improved. My specific entry. Yeah, it is, but like I said, it is. I had headaches, so I couldn't change it too much. I wanted to do a lot more for this to make it look like things have been changed over time. So only thing I did was make like the roof of the vehicle, and then I quit it off. I just wanted to drop in something, man. Or you're saying that it already looked good to be coming back. Well, thank you for the compliment. But no, I make sure I make something different for next time. Something that could be reused for that kind of things like seasoning or events or holidays. Something that, yeah. Pumpkins instead of chestnuts. Could be. Well, you can improve your scene. I mean, you can very much improve your ground down here. You can, as long as you're improving, maybe. Well, I can use my scene for the winter though. But I would not use my scene for Halloween. I can, you know, like adding a gravestone and a ghost. It's not gonna do too much to it. So I really need to have something different. I was thinking about doing a certain competition where you need to make a scene that you can change each event or each season. But yeah, it wouldn't be in this Discord then, having too much of that. Anyhow, if you guys want to have another little bit of a talk, that is fine. Next subject, Halloween. Just get it right. Halloween, double L, that's it. Got that right. The deadline will be next week at 28th of October. There we go, and I need to remove no Halloween. Maybe I need to put down no Christmas. This doesn't make any sense. Talking about Christmas, let's see for December how it will turn out. Because Christmas evening is on 23 of December, right? And I'll guess that would not be very suitable for Christmas, right? So I need to do Christmas 1 week before that. That will be between 9 December and 16 December will be Christmas. And maybe between 2 December and 9 December do winter. I don't even know where I'm at. We might do something on Christmas Eve, 23. But maybe just for fun. Like not like a serious competition. Four season category. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. That would be also a very nice one. Or maybe just wait with that. Maybe in the new year we can do such a thing. Maybe new year when it's spring. Do a 4 season one. Christmas follow along. What you mean Christmas follow along? Yeah, we have 5 more minutes before Frank appears. Outmine says I vote for Kwanzaa. Whatever that means. By the way, for the people, the competition people that don't want to stay, thinking maybe something important will be put up, you can leave as you like right now. We are just doing mindless talking afterwards. I will put a new announcement in tomorrow daytime. But you guys know it's gonna be Halloween, so if you want to start with Halloween, we can already start that. We'll be fine. Okay, well, Christmas follow along, like what Grant does follow along project on stream. So, you mean he's making something and then people need to make kind of the same stuff? I would be nervous for that. I mean, I know it was a joke last week, but you're already getting judged. I should have known about the icosphere. It makes me nervous. We follow your lead. Okay. I see that. Yeah, I actually have not been joining up just yet. If anyone want a particle system, okay. That would be fun. Yeah, I'm getting it. Getting it. Yeah, just for fun, for Christmas. For the people that are Well, you know, it is like Corona time, so certain people will stay home instead of being at families and stuff. I will think about it. I mean, I believe first Christmas Day or second Christmas Day I might be gone. It will be 24 or 25, but you know, I'll think of something. Maybe we can just, you know, do a fun stream, joining up together and stuff. Yeah, simple stuff you're comfortable with, no need. Yeah, maybe show things that I know and other people can learn something. Just like the particle system, you know, what little explaining about it, showing off, and people can learn or other people can go along with it. Of course, you need to think about not everyone has a beast PC, so I just need to be careful with that stuff. Do I want to look at Iris Jack again? I don't trust it anymore. Might need a live stream channel. Well, nah, I'll just gonna keep it on this one. I mean, I wouldn't mind to do a third live stream on a week. Maybe on Friday or something. Well, yeah, maybe. Our live stream channel on Discord. Yeah. Yeah, well, for now we can just do 30-minute chat for, you know, the idea of one of the folks. I just check. It's media. I want to look at it. Have you guys seen what it was? Ah, this is a trophy. Alright. Yeah, that's good. Now you need to put this onto the entry image. OBS reconnection successful. What? What is that all about? Chat with Grant about what? I mean, I have sent now and then a chat to Grant, but the point is, I know Grant is like incredibly busy always. Like, I don't want to bother him too much. Like, Grant is famous, and when you're famous, a lot of people will talk to you for each little thing. Like, hey, Grant, how do I need to change the color of my material? You know, small stuff. What's the hat? Block says. Well, that is you know, just because, you know, Iris Jack is doing, you know, he does the voting for me, he does the trophy stuff. So Iris Jack showed like a little hat, and I said, you know what, it's okay because, yeah, you know, this tree is from my stuff. So the, you know, the hat would be okay, as in, you know, reminder that Iris Jack made this for the person. When you're famous, will you stop talking to us? Well, I won't. I won't. You miss Grand follow along. I can understand that. Yeah, so it is a good idea. I will think about follow along, and maybe, yeah, I just have to think about things that I can do. and things you guys can do, and maybe we can have some fun with that. I only have to think if it would be handy to do on a Friday afternoon, like the same time as you do the streams, or if we have to do this on Saturday, stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Stuff like that. Uploading Autumn to PNG. Let's check that out. So yeah, this is how it looks. No, this is just for fun. You can add it to your profile. Yeah, you got like a trophy, and then you get the trophy in an enlarging picture, a separate one. So if people, like, hey, what is that? You can just show the larger version of it, and people, can read what it says. I think it's just a very good idea. Or else you have to go to the Hall of Fame and have to scroll and scroll and scroll. That's not fun. Frank is gonna appear any second now. Oh boy. But yeah, this is probably enough. If Frank will be on time or not be on time. Yeah, we have to close the stream anyways. So good luck this week with Halloween. Make it scary, make it spidery, zombie, mummies, stuff like that, pumpkins. And don't forget, use reference images to, get inspiration or make things on scale. Or oh boy, we are too late. Sorry, guys. So did it went well, Frank? Whatever you were doing. Picking up your son, right? Ah, you got soaked. That is not good. You have an umbrella. Let's call for today. You want to call? I'm too cool for an umbrella. Yeah, well, then you get wet. So be it. Yeah, well, Frank, you already know. Next team is Halloween. Do you bring your son away on Fridays? Yeah, it is finished, but yeah. I was dragging it just a little bit to see your face popping up, but everyone else wanted to close the stream and leave already before you came on, so. Of course, it's a joke. You go out on Friday, yeah, but I mean, like, when I start my streams on Wednesday, would that be a time for you on Friday to be on the stream? People have been saying to do a follow along, which something Grant did. Well, we call it after talk. I don't know what PM is, man. Just people need to use military time. Then I would understand. Yeah, well, so if you are Friday always busy, then I don't know, maybe we can do those streams on Saturday. You know, maybe you have a chance for once to, you know, be with us. Yeah, that's around that time. I'm not at home at Friday. I'm at the aunt of my girlfriend eating fries. Ah, look at that. 8 o'clock. Very good. Now I understand. Yeah, but that is after dinner you're gone, so it is all about just before dinner. But do you bring your son away on Friday and pick him up again? I need to make a few different templates that will show like competition intro and then a template competition and then competition after talk. No, I'm not gonna change the time. I'm asking for a day. Because if you're Friday at home around the time, then I will just do it on Friday. If not, then maybe I could just do it on Saturday. I mean, why not? Anyhow, I'm going to close the stream. We had enough after talk. Yes, you go out for the day. Well, I hope it will be a lot of fun. Okay, but he doesn't go on. Okay, I see. That is what I wanted to know. Jack sleeps the whole weekend in his basement. Alright, guys. Thank you all for being here. And Monday again, 30 minutes challenge stream, same time, same channel. And that will be that. Yeah, let's awkwardly. What shall I do? Rumble a back, slap my desk, burp loud. What can I do? Anyhow, bye.